Oh, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is part 2 of my Sephora savings event haul. It ends today, and unfortunately, I don't think I will be able to get this video up in time, but I figured I will share with you what I ended up getting. So check out my recommendations video and the first haul, but these are all the things that I was still kind of waiting to arrive, and then other things I just kind of added to my cart last minute. Okay, first and foremost, I was most excited to order the Danessa Myricks Groundwork Blooming Romance palette. This is like a rosier, pinkier version of the Groundwork Defining Neutrals. These are mostly brown, and this is it. It is very pretty. I've already been using it. Here are all the different shades. I love that it's two different formulas. The larger pan is described as a velvet pomade, and then you have the powder here. And you can also change the colors around. It has these little like indents where you can, move the pans around. And she probably sells refills maybe on her site, so you can refill the ones that you use the most. But I'm very excited to use these also in conjunction with the Defining Neutrals palettes. Very pretty. These colors are meant to be worn all over your face, your eyes, your cheeks, your lips, and they are just super versatile, so I'm very excited to use both of these. The other palette I was most excited about is from Makeup Forever. It's the HD Skin Face Essentials palette, and I got the shade 1. It came in 2 different color stories, but this is what it looks like. I love that they have the colors on the outside also. You can see that I've already been using these. The more neutral colors are for sculpting, highlighting, contouring, bronzing, and then you have these like pinkier, rosier tones for blush, or also for your lips and whatever. It's very, very pretty, very easy to kind of dip into these and mix them together. It's just like a one and done face palette. Also from Danessa Myricks, I got the Yummy Skin Moisture Repair Balm Serum. I'm a huge fan of her Yummy Skin Blurring Balm. I wear the shade 4. This is it. It's like kind of like a cream, what do they call it? Cream to powder foundation. And so the Moisture Repair Balm Serum is kind of like a primer, but it has, I think, hyaluronic acid and squalane, and it has a lot of just skincare properties. I've already used it. It is so moisturizing and hydrating, and it's such a nice base. It doesn't interfere with any foundation or anything that I put on top of it, but I also like to just wear it on its own. So here's the formula. It is very light. It doesn't feel greasy at all. It doesn't leave like a sticky feeling. I don't know what it is. Is this the one that uses that Upsolite technology that is just so fancy? Anyway, oh, okay, face and body. Yeah, you can use this all over. Some days when I don't want to wear any makeup, I just wear this all over my face, and it's so moisturizing. But I love all her stuff. And then 2 more things. I think this is the most purchased brand from this event. I got 2 of her Infinite Chrome Micro Pencils, and I got these in the shades Bronzite and Jade. The shade I really wanted was sold out, unfortunately, but I figured with this Bronzite shade, I can use this as kind of like a smoky eye. Look how iridescent that is. It's so pretty. I will say that these are truly micro pencils. These are tiny. I have to look at how much product it is, but look how iridescent and shiny that is. That's the Bronzite. And then Jade is green. This would be so pretty on like the inner corner. It's just such a pretty iridescent color. One of my favorite liquid highlighters is Rare Beauty, and it's in the shade Enlighten. So this is the full size highlighter that I just keep in my vanity, and I saw that she just came out with travel sizes that they sell separately. They also used to have like a travel set, but that's, I don't think is available anymore. But anyway, I went ahead and picked up the travel size of the Positive Light Liquid Luminizer in the same shade Enlighten, and it is just a cute little baby highlighter version of the larger size. In my first haul, I shared that I got the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade 708 Universal Earth. It's a very deep brown, like a deep neutral for me. I also ordered the shade 600 Anywhere Caffeine. It's a little lighter. This is it next to each other. Oftentimes what's described as a nice nude for others is just a little too light for me. So I probably would wear this as a combination, but I just love the formula of the Makeup Forever pencil. So if you have not tried this already, these are very nice, very creamy. In my first haul, I shared that I got the Sephora Favorites Deluxe Perfume Sampler. I love these sets because you get to try out a bunch of different fragrances, and then it comes with a little voucher inside that you can then redeem for a full size. You get a little scent certificate, and then you get a little booklet to help you kind of go through all the notes. The Deluxe Perfume Sampler is nice because it comes with the actual, miniatures of the fragrance, so like the little tiny baby bottles. And I went ahead and redeemed my scent certificate for the Burberry Goddess, which I just received, and it's right here. Very pretty. This is described as a warm and spicy fragrance. It is very vanilla gourmand, very yummy and my favorite of the travel set, mostly because I already own the others. I love Gucci Bloom. I have the Carolina Herrera. I think that's the blush. And I also already got the Nest Lychee. So excited to add this to my collection. There were a lot of other fragrances on my wish list, and in addition to the deluxe perfume sampler that got me the Burberry Goddess, I went ahead and splurged on one more fragrance, and it is by Kilian, the Sunkissed Goddess. You guys, first of all, love the packaging. Now, my favorite Kilian fragrance is Angel Share. That one is also a warm gourmand. I wear that more in the winter. And Sunkissed Goddess, I just loved the name. This is my goal for the summer. I love the notes and I just had to splurge. It's very pricey, so I'm glad I got this at the 20% off. As much as I love this and I thought it was very pretty, I just think it's kind of pricey, even with a 20% off. This is described as a fresh solar fragrance. It has notes of bergamot, tiar flower, coconut, ylang ylang. It is very tropical, very vacation, summer, sun-kissed vacation vibes. I just think it's a little simplistic. It's very pretty, but for the original $295 price tag, I want a little more complex fragrance. As soon as I smelled this, it reminded me very much so of Bronze Goddess. It even has the word goddess in the name that's similar. This is Bronze Goddess by Estee Lauder. It's also very similar to Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. So I just was like, you know, it's pretty. I'm glad I got it at 20% off. I don't know if I would pay full price for this. If you're interested in a Kilian fragrance or another designer luxury expensive fragrance, but you don't want to spend the close to $300 price tag, I would definitely recommend buying something from Dossier. This portion of the video is sponsored by Dossier Fragrance. I wear Dossier fragrances probably every day, but I do it in conjunction with my expensive designer fragrances. So for example, Dossier Floral Grapefruit is inspired by the Chanel Chance Tendre. This is one of my favorite Chanel fragrances. And so the way I wear Dossier is I have a very thick base layer of the expensive designer fragrance, and then I follow up with the Dossier fragrance throughout the day. This way I'm not wasting the expensive juice of the designer fragrance. I can kind of go through the Dossier fragrance faster. I love that the bottles tell you exactly what the notes are. So for Floral Grapefruit, similar to Chanel Chance Tendre, we have notes of grapefruit, pear, blackcurrant, middle notes hyacinth, jasmine, lilac, and base notes orris, musk, and amberwood. So Floral Grapefruit is the exact dupe of Chanel Chance Tendre. And then again, similar to the Kilian Sunkissed Goddess, which I think is very similar vibes to the Tom Ford Soleil Blanc, we have the Dossier dupe, which is powdery coconut. This one has notes of cardamom, pistachio, bergamot, ylang ylang, tuberose, jasmine, cedarwood, amber, benzoin, and coconut. Very tropical vibes, very similar to Tom Ford. The Dossier scent is pretty much indistinguishable from the designer scent, and I would say the lasting power is also very similar. And especially when I travel, I usually bring the travel size of the designer one, and I usually just spray a few spritzes of the expensive designer perfume and then really load up with the Dossier dupe. And they don't just make dupes, they also have their own fragrances. They recently just came out with the Genderless collection. This one smells like caramelized lavender and hazelnuts. It has notes of salted caramelized hazelnut accord, lavender, violet, orange flavor, patchouli, vetiver, suede, and ambroxan. They also have candles, and I believe they also do reed diffusers, so they have a lot of other ancillaries if there are some fragrances you really like. But definitely check out their offerings. They always come out with new fragrances and new dupes for your favorite designer perfumes. And they also offer tons of promos. So I will link all their information in the description below if you are interested in checking out Dossier. I got my final package from Sephora. I ordered the Prada eyeshadow palette in the shade 6 Pulp, and it's very pretty. It is a mirrored compact all around. And I got the shade Pulp, which is like this, probably one of the more neutral color stories. It's one shimmer, a little peach, that would be a nice crease color, and then this red, and you have 2 eyeshadow brushes. Okay, we'll play around with this. The other color I was considering was the blue shade, but I figured this was more wearable for every day. All right, guys, that is my final haul from the Sephora savings event. I actually didn't spend as much as I thought I would this year, but let me know what you ended up picking up from the sale. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.